Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I am audible. I, Lieutenant Commander Akhil Sharma, on behalf of All India Council of Technical Education, I welcome all on this webinar who are present in this webinar as well as on YouTube because we are live on YouTube as well. I would also like to welcome all the delegates, representatives from the Sector Skill Council. So in today's webinar, we have three Sector Skill Council with us. We have Media and Sector Skill Council. We have Construction Skill Development Council of India, and we have the Indian Plumbing Skills Council. I welcome you all on this webinar. And to the attendees, as you're all aware, because you've been watching this webinar now for quite some time, you all are aware that in this webinar, all the Sector Skill Council, they'll be giving a presentation and will be giving you a brief about their sector, about the opportunities that are there in the sector, the courses offered, and maybe talk a little about their past trend of training, the placements achieved, and what is in store for future for the students in this sector. They can also speak about how they will help the institute in training, maybe placement and setting up of center of excellence. And in the end, I request all the sector skill council that if there is a slide in their presentation where the contact details of the person can be there, so that if there is any query or any doubt from the institute, that can be addressed later. So as we'll start with the webinar, by now everybody is aware that the context of these webinar is the Karma scheme, the Kaushal Augmentation and Restructuring mission of AICTE. For that only we are organizing these webinars. So just for 2 minutes, I'll just share a presentation in which I'll share a little bit about the scheme, just to make everybody on the same page. Just allow me 2 minutes. I hope my screen is visible. So as you can see, the Kaushal Augmentation and Restructuring mission of AICTE, what we call Karma, that was launched on 15 December 2021 under Skill Hub initiative. The objective of this scheme is skill enhancement of the students, the dropouts, the already studying students who are already doing their BTechs from the engineering colleges. And the main purpose is that skill enhancement through already existing infrastructure of AICTE approved institution through three models that subsequently I'll be talking about in the presentation. The features of this scheme is, as you can see, the expected training providers, which are close to 3,600 polytechnic and around 3,000 engineering colleges. The infrastructure, as I said, it is already existing infrastructure of the technical institution. That can also be done during off working hours. The sector will be domain specific NSQF aligned short duration courses, and the scheme will be in self-financing mode. The assessment agency will be NCVT approved assessment agency, and in the end, the student will be passing with this scheme. The certificate will bear the logo of Skill India. And this scheme has the potential to train 6.5 lakh students per year. So in this 4 months, around 1,600 institutions have already registered with us for Karma scheme. The three models, what I was talking about, the model one will be specifically for dropout students. The minimum eligibility will be class 10th. In model two, the beneficiary will be students who are already studying in AICTE approved technical institutions. In model three, it is like a hub and spoke model in which the institute will mobilize students of nearby schools to enhance their technical skill. And this is the data of the institutions, those who have registered on the portal till 12th May 2022. And you can see the breakdown in different models. And the sectors covered under the scheme, there are more than 65 sectors which are covered under the scheme. And for that, we are organizing various webinars also. So this is about Karma. So now I request Media and Entertainment Sector Skill Council to please give your presentation. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, and good evening, good afternoon, everyone. I just need the share permission so that I can just okay. Just a second. Is it the screen is visible now?
No, as of now, it is not visible. There is a share option at the bottom of your screen. You are a panelist, so you'll be having it.
I did it actually. Now is it visible?
No, it is not visible. But have you gone through the share button, which is there?
Yes, I did that.
Okay.
I did shared it. Okay, I'll share the screen then. In that case, it's not working. Is it visible now?
Yes. Now it is visible. Absolutely. You can go ahead.
Okay. I'll just then. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Arpanesh Mani, and I take care of academic and industry alliances for Media and Entertainment Skills Council. And during my presentation, I'll not only talk about what job roles we have, what we have done, but apart from that, we also I'm going to talk about the industry, what the industry is all about, and what are the scope in various subsectors and sectors are there. So I'm just going to start my presentation. So the first slide, I'm just going to talk about industry. So since the media and entertainment industry is very aspirational in nature, and we all have experienced it during the COVID time, when everyone and everything was standstill, and we all were confined to our home. Then at that point of time, the media and entertainment industry was working and creating content for us. So just by telling this, I mean, I just wanted to make you understand what this industry is all about. Means there are two industries, one is food and another is entertainment, which is a basic thing which every human being is required to take. So going forward, if we see the television household in India is way high, and we are the second largest television subscribers in India. Same time, Indian OTT channels and the content has been created, and the industry is expected to grow 13 to 15 billion US dollar by 2030. And similarly, online video consumption has increased in the similar fashion, and online gaming, the games which we have downloaded in the year 2020 is 9.2 billion, which is way high than the international market, international standard. And at the same point of time, animation and VFX is growing, and it's growing, and it's expected to reach 1.129 billion by 2023. And Indian animation VFX studios are working on almost every Hollywood movie which we see. So every project, every international film is being done in India, whether it's shot in any country in the world, but their VFX, their animation part is being done in India by the Indian artists. So that is what the Indian industry is all about, and it's one of the most promising career opportunity it offers to the aspirants. So these are some of the growth factors for the industry, which is broadband and public Wi-Fi rollout. Nowadays 4G is available all across. So working remotely is now possible, and anyone can work on animation, VFX, television, radio, or whatever job role of the industry we talk about in the media and entertainment. That is possible now because of this availability of 4G internet and high Wi-Fi and broadband. India is second largest, as I said, second largest television market after China. We have 1 lakh plus newspaper and publications, which requires a quite number of artists and resources to work on and create that kind of content. We are the second largest, world largest film producer, and every year approximately 2,000 films we produce in different languages. And like I said, that the most of the VFX and animation is being done in India, so that is also one thing which helps this industry to grow. And we are the preferred destination for outsourcing because of the language which we international language we can understand, we can work in that language. That is the reason we are the preferred language, preferred country for the outsourcing. And All India Radio, you all know that it's one of the largest media organization, and it offers content in each and every language. uh, and at the same point of time, post COVID, the new thing which has happened is OTT, which is a new digital trend. And there are 40 plus platforms, over 29 million paid subscribers are there. And these all these parameters and the growth trends require no resources which are skilled and production ready day one. So that is what this M&A industry is all about. Why we need skilling ecosystem, why we need to have skill to be incorporated in every level. So I'll talk about this industry. So there are if you're seeing the huge demand and supply gap in the industry, so each subsector has their own deficiencies in the skill requirement. So OH and advertising has required 42,000 numbers, but this industry could only get 10,000 numbers. Similarly, digital was approximately 50% skilled resources that we could supply at that point of time. Similarly, for gaming also, it's approximately 50% skill gap is there. Animation is slightly better because of this vocational training centers which are there in the country, and they are working to minimize the skill gap. Radio also has the same way. Print also requires that much of 86,000 people, and 74,000 people were supplied. And at the same point of time, television has approximately 30% deficiency, and film also approximately 30 to 35% deficiency in the skill, which is not being met so far. And why? What the reason is? Reason for this skill gap and supply demand deficiency, because of there is no formal training, especially in film and television. That is the reason these uh, gaps are there. Although we are trying to bridge the gap, but still there are lack of practical trainings. We students are getting trained, or they are getting the knowledge, but they're not getting the practicals and the technical skills which is required to fill the gap. So industry says that they are not able to get people who can be employed or who can be production ready day one. So that's the one parameter which is being there. And like, this industry is majority of unorganized sector. So there are trade unions who doesn't have that kind of certification criteria, or criteria to enroll those people to be a member of this union. So that is also one point which is being main thing here. As long as, apart from that, the employees who are already there, they are not getting themselves upgraded, and that is the reason they are not able to perform, or are not able to take up the new age skills and new age jobs. And that is also one thing which is creating this huge supply and demand gap. Coming back to what MESC is, Sector Skill Council is. So Media and Entertainment Sector Skill Council was funded in 2012, and it's a not-for-profit organization working under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and initially incubated by FICCI and with the financial support of National Skill Development Corporation. Our current chairman is Mr. Subhas Gai, and our CEO is Mr. Mohit Soni. So far, we have conducted approximately 6,63,816 trainings. Out of those, 98,344 people were placed. So the numbers I'm talking about, 6,63,000, is including recognition of prior learning certification, which is 5 lakhs. So approximately 1,63,000 student candidates were trained, and out of those 1,63,000, 98,000 were placed. And we have 3,300 plus online programs which is on our platform. I'll talk about that platform later on in the upcoming slides. We have courses. We do understand it's not just the vocational. We also need to cater and include these skills in the university format. So that is the reason we have developed 8 different qualification or different university degree programs, which is being run across the university. So far we have 200 plus universities and colleges associated with us offering these programs. We also have courses for schools, which is in numbers of 10. We have 800 plus training partners affiliated to us, 2000 plus training certified trainers. We are working with 1700 plus associated colleges, and so far 90 different qualification packs covering all our subsectors are there in the media and entertainment industry. This is the governing council which we have. So every member is a veteran in their own industry and in their own trade, and they all are veterans in their own thing, and they all represent a separate or a different subsectors, and that is the reason they support, and the qualification packs whatever we have is in line with the industry requirement, which covers the entire ecosystem. These are some of the industry partners who support us in various activities such as qualification development, demand aggregation and placement, industry-oriented training, and faculty development programs development, and apprenticeship and OGT. So these are the industry partners. We have 90 qualification pack. Out of those 90, we have mentioned here 80 qualification packs, which covers almost all the subsector of media and entertainment. Coming back to the main point, which is the futuristic job roles. So these are the 10 most sought futuristic job roles which can be offered across the AICTE network. And as far as the requirement is concerned, requirement AR/VR technical artist, since this is applied a kind of job role which is in requirement in each and every industry, whether it's automobile, whether it is the healthcare, and you name it, and everywhere these artists are required. So that is the reason the 30,000, the initial numbers which have been distributed by the various industry partners, that is there. Then the second one, like I talk about the gaming industry, how it is booming, how it's growing. So the game artist is one job role which is very in demand, and certainly it's going to be a game changer for anyone who is going to take up this job role. Then the graphic design is something which is very very basic as well as very advanced kind of job role. Advanced kind of technical skills are required. Every state, every district, then every industry, every shop, they need something to be designed. Although we, whenever on any auspicious occasion, we send WhatsApps, all those WhatsApps have been designed by someone, and that is the reason the numbers in graphic design are very high, because these job roles are required. In each district, each shopkeeper is required to have somebody to design their graphics for their products, for their shop branding and all those things. So for that they need graphic designers. Still photographer nowadays, uh, earlier it was like very simple photography wherein you just go and you click your photographs. Nowadays, since there are technology is involved and the photo phone and memory cards are involved, we used to click multiple of photographs, and we have so many application to edit it, and all those things can be done through a still photographer who is very much in demand. And they it's not just limited to film and television, but they can also be utilized in various other activities. Like for graphic designers, they can create they can click photographs for them. They can do product photography for a shopkeeper. So all those job roles which we have uh, kept here is also not just limited to the industry per se, I mean the regional wise, but they are also in demand to the local level as well. Similarly, social media executive job role, which is completely catered to social media. So nowadays everyone has their own social media pages, social media accounts, and all those accounts has to be managed. Somebody has to understand that language, how to promote that. So there we need social media executive. Similarly, search engine marketing executive. Nowadays we all have every establishment have their own websites, and they need numbers, thousands, hundreds and thousands of people to work as a marketing search engine marketing executive to make their websites top 10 listing should be there. That is the reason they need this kind of people. 3D printing operator, that is one futuristic job role, because nowadays everyone wants to get their earlier it was just photograph, nowadays it's a printed model. So there the 3D printing operators comes in, and they are going to be in demand, and they can start their own shops. It's not just that they get into a job, they can be entrepreneurs of futures. Similarly, radio jockey, which is in demand, event planner, and search engine optimization executive. These are the job roles which are in top 10 futuristic job roles which we can foresee right now. These are some of the support which MSc can extend in terms of trainings. So like I said that we have various platforms to offer training programs. So there is a Vidyadan portal where 400 plus various sessions from various industry partners, industry veterans are available, sharing their knowledge with the kids, and it's completely free. Along with that, we also have a platform called Creative Warriors, where we conduct online programs. Like Vidyadan is a session-based platform, but Creative Warriors is a learning management system wherein we have 200 plus different programs available there for free of cost to the student to consume that content. So this is some of the programs which we have mentioned here is learning management system, Creative Warriors, which have. So their acting workshop is there. There is a animation, VFX, AR, VR. All those programs are there on our website. And it's not just a learning management system with the program holding only, but their students can also get themselves certified. They can also take assessment based on the module or the program, and they can see where they stand in after getting into the program. So that is also the facilities there on the learning management system, and that can be facilitated free of cost to all the students and partners all across. So these two platforms are freely available to anyone who is going to be a part of with this association. Similarly, we also have a media talkback magazine, monthly magazine, wherein we cover the respective topic in the respective magazine, wherein we talk about the industry new tips and tricks, what are the things are there, and it's a basic information students can get from there. Where should it get into if they want to get into this particular industry? Let's talk about dance. If they want to get into dance, where should they go, what are the things they should keep in mind while learning? So all those details is available in media talkback. This is also completely free for our training partners. They can take benefit out of it. World skills, everybody knows that since I'm talking about graphic design and print media, so there we have two skills which we represent in world skills, although we represent 4 different skills, but 2 are in line with what we have proposed in the earlier slide. So there also the students can take benefit of world skills competition, and if they are selected, they can represent a country. Along with that, for the placements, we create and we conduct job fairs. During pandemic also we conducted 75 different job roles, 75 virtual job fairs for the candidates, and approximately 10,000 plus candidates were placed. So along with that, going forward, we are also going to take it physical environment and facilitate placement to the students. So we, on a very regular interval, MESC keeps on conducting job fairs with our industry partners to facilitate the placement of the students. So that is also will be available to our partners. As far as the Center of Excellence is concerned, there also we can support with the industry linked training programs. We can develop, we can devise, we can sit with the respective partner and define different programs in line with the what industry needs it, and industry based programs in a regular mode which can be offered in regular mode. We can also connect and get Indian and international partners as a studio trainers there also. All our programs which we are going to devise and design in the Center of Excellence would be a unique blend of classroom and studio interface focusing on creating entrepreneurship. So all these programs will be basically, it's not just going to be a classroom program, it's also going to have a studio interface wherein they are also getting a live project and work on a live project so that they can have an understanding how actually the work happens in the studio. So that interface also be there for the Center of Excellence to keep it a very premium setup. We can also support in the partner to facilitate create a state-of-the-art facility and international quality infrastructure to keep a start a studio if they need be. We can also facilitate affiliation with international and national gaming and VFX and animation studio, or for that matter whatever program we are going to run. So respective industry partners can we also be brought in. There is enormous opportunity for industry interaction. Like I said, we conduct webinar sessions and guest lectures. That opportunity will also be there, and we can support in the partner to get that industry connect there. And like I said, the opportunity for working on live project that will be there. And last but not the least, we can certainly and we will be happy to support in facilitating apprenticeship, on the job training, and the campus placement through various activities. The Center of Excellence, which we think should be focused on creating portfolios by the students, and that can be showcased across the industry to get the feedback, real-time feedback from the industry. They should also support in career advising to the candidate. There should be one point where the campus recruitment and job fairs are being conducted on a regular basis. It should also be a house of resources or various resources for other training partners or other partners to come and see and utilize those resources, and also conduct workshop. So that's it. That is it from my side. Thank you so much. My contact details and email ID and phone number is mentioned here. Later on, if anyone has any question, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Thank you, Mr. Alpesh Mani. In case we have any question, then at the end, when all the three sector skill councils have finished their presentation, then we'll be attending. But thank you for your presentation.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Now, I request the construction sector skill council to please start with your presentation. Mr. Varun Tandon ji, if I'm not wrong, you are from the construction SSC.
Hi, Akhilji.
Hello.
I'm from the Water Management and Plumbing Skills Council.
Okay. Sorry, you are from? Your voice was cracking.
From the Plumbing Skill Council. Sorry, is it better now?
Okay. Great. Yes. Now it is audible. So you can go ahead, please, with your presentation.
No worries. Thank you. I'm just switching off my video. I'm actually at an exhibition right now. Apologies for the choppy internet.
No problem.
Just doing the presentation from there.
Sure.
Just give me 1 second. I'll just quickly share my screen and go through the presentation.
Sure.
First of all, thank you for giving us the opportunity to be able to present. I think this is an important forum. We appreciate Akhil Sharma ji for the opportunity being provided to us. Hi everyone, my name is Varun Tandon. I'm the Senior Vice President at Water Management and Plumbing Skills Council. Our name has recently changed. Earlier, we were called the Indian Plumbing Skills Council. However, the ambit of skilling has increased, and now we are called the Water Management and Plumbing Skill Council. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible. However, your voice is cracking a little bit, but still audible. Screen is visible.
Sure, I'll try and be a little slow so that I'm able to hear me.
Yeah.
So we basically work under the edges of the Ministry of Skill Development, NCVT, and NSDC. Um, as a not-for-profit organization, an accreditation and a certification body. This is for the institutions that may not be aware of what a sector skill council is. We, as a Water Management and Plumbing Skill Council, are creating a formal and a robust skill development ecosystem for the plumbing and the water sector. Um, there's a lot of different programs that we run involved with when it comes to the skill development. There's training facilities through private participation, centers of excellence that we're creating, of course, quality assurance framework, training of trainers, training of assessors. There's a lot of resources and standards that are being created by the Management and Plumbing Skill Council as well. And we're actively with the state, central ministries, and private sectors to be able to create demand aggregation, placement linkages, and international placements as well. Just to give you a glimpse of some of the activities that we've already done, the subsectors that we are covering as far as new job roles are concerned are water supply, water treatment, quality control for both urban and rural, and including specialized, sewerage treatment, drainage, water harvesting, ground recharging, industrial, non-industrial plumbing, which is as per the NBC classification as well, firefighting and safety systems, gas pipe, industrial, medical, HVAC, and the manufacturing of firefighting products as well. Number of trainees that we've beneficiaries that we till now is close to about 2.5 lakhs. We have close to about 380 training centers across India, about over 600 certified trainers, about 150 certified assessors. Just to show you a glimpse of the backbone, this is the governing council of the governing body of the Water Management Skill Council. It includes who's who of the industry, including large manufacturers, um, consultant contractors, people in the academia. So everybody from the sector and the industry comes together and supports various activities and committees as well. To give you a glimpse of the job we've got, we were tracking with various that have it's limited to a simple, the contracting plumbing workforce itself. We would officially be able to focus on not only the Model 1, as mentioned by Comrade Sharma, for the drop-off students, but also students that are studying in the technical aspects to be able to get into the consulting segment as well. And of course, the last one where we can together mobilize. Some of the key job roles where a lot of trainings have been happening: plumber general, plumbing product sales officers. A lot of hiring is actually happening to the sales officers, after sales service as well, and a lot of plumbing project supervisors. In the process of approval, under review, under approval of fire protection system, public health system design engineer, wastewater system design engineer. So there's a lot of different job roles that we've created where we're going to be doing training as well. I hope I am audible, Akhil.
Yes, you're audible. Little bit not clear, but still we can make out. You can please carry on.
Perfect. Thank you. So firefighting and various levels that have which the institute, which is the AICTE, can utilize, partner with us to utilize as well. Again, when it comes to the future opportunities, I will name a few government missions that are coming up: the smart city, Namami Gange, the housing for all, both urban and rural, the Amrit 2.0 Amrit 2, which focuses on 24/7 supply of water in up to 500 cities. And of course, the Har Ghar Nal, the Jal Shakti mission and the Har Ghar Nal Yojana that has been created. Of course, this is creating a huge opportunity for the workforce to come forward and get developed. But other than the government segment and the missions that the government is putting impetus on, there's a lot of growth that is happening in the real estate and the retail segment itself. It is expected that almost 4.5 crore jobs would be created additionally with the growth of the construction industry. And being 10% of the industry just under the plumbing sector itself, we can expect almost 45 lakh jobs coming coming forward on various levels. The MEP market, the mechanical, electrical, plumbing services that are offered by consulting firms, there's a huge scope not only in India but overseas as well, with the advancements coming over in the areas. And, on the other side of things,
Mr. Varun, you're cutting off. Now you're cutting off. You're not properly audible.
Hello?
Yeah, now it is a bit clear. I just request if you
Is
can,
it clear?
oh yeah, hold mic near
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll keep the mic closer to. So I hope it is a little better now.
Yes.
Perfect. So a lot of online aggregators that are coming over as well, where there's a lot of opportunities coming up as well. One benefit that we as a sector skill council can drive for all the institutions is that we've got a strong industry connect. We work on a lot of programs and models together in creating win-win situation for all stakeholders involved. And hence are coming forward in not only training and capacity building, but also in the development of infrastructure as well. And we can, of course, support institutions who would be keen to take up the water and the plumbing job roles as well, where we can have a consortium of industry partners that can support in centers. I'm sharing a few industry training where the industry actually comes forward and conducts training on ground as well. Similar programs we can arrange both for the Model 1 drop-off students and for the third model where mobilization can be done by the institutes. We're focusing on women empowerment as well, and now we actually have the women folk coming forward and becoming part of the water and the plumbing sector as well. I'm sharing glimpses of a female plumber back in 2016, the first female plumber that was
Mr. Varun, sorry to
trained.
interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, actually your slides are not getting changed. They're still same. We are on about WMPSC only. So I think there is some issue. Yeah.
My apologies.
Now they're getting changed.
Is it better now?
Yes. Now.
Understood. So great. So the sectors, I'm going to skim through the slides again, just so that all of you all can see the slides as well. Of course, the sectors that we're covering across and the capacity that we've already built till now. These are the stalwarts that I spoke of, the large consultants, contractors. We have on our panel people from the likes of the MD of Hindware, Ashirwad Pipes, one of the leading brands of India. They're all a part of our governing council. Some we've created both not only in the contracting but the consulting and manufacturing segment as well. Of course, a lot of job roles have already been created, and we're in the process of review and approval for some of the other job roles, which would suit the Model 2, which is existing students, technical students that are studying for fire protection system designs, engineer, public health system, wastewater systems, and of course the draftsmen and the fire system technicians as well. Highlighting the future opportunities under the government and the real estate and retail segment, both services India and overseas as well. This slide talks about the strong industry engagement, wherein we have been pushing for more and more industry to come forward and becoming part of the training itself. So you can expect a lot of industry partners that would be able to support the initiatives that you will be taking with us as well. Some of the glimpses of the training, as I just mentioned, which are actually taken by the industry themselves. So again, back to the women empowerment slide, where we were showcasing the first leading number back in 2016, and since then we've had a lot of women folk coming forward and becoming part of the water and the plumbing sector as well. What we are also now deploying is a recruit, train, deploy model, wherein the employers are actually the demand is being aggregated from beforehand, candidates are identified, and then they're trained as well. So of course the employers get involved as part of training. There's more seriousness that comes in, and of course as far as getting employment is concerned, that's something that is taken care of as well. As I mentioned, the institutions that would like to partner can come forward and connect with us. I'm sharing some glimpses of the centers of excellence that have been created. Some of the photographs that you see, these are all institutions that have been built in India by WNBSE through our industry partners. There have been companies that have been supplying transparent pipes so that the right flow of water can be shown, how the good and the bad plumbing affects the plumbing systems itself, and a lot of various nuances that are going on. We are official partners to World Skills and India Skills as well, where we are getting a lot of participation as well. And I think this is one place where we can get students from the colleges and universities coming forward as well. Currently, we have 2 candidates that are training for World Skills competition, which will be happening in Shanghai. And I'm pleased to inform you that one of them is a girl. She won. She came third at the India Skills National Competition and is now preparing for representing India at the World Skills Competition. These are students that have done civil engineering diploma and engineering itself. So students are coming forward and understanding not only the principles of plumbing but also the hands-on practice that we provide, giving these opportunities to the candidates coming forward. Moving to the placement, of course, we've got a placement cell. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible, but just cracking a little bit, I guess, due to the background noise. But you're audible. You can make out.
I do apologize that there is a bit of background noise at the exhibition where I am at. So placement cell, of course, we do have a placement cell within WNPSC. We will be able to, of course, support you, the institutions, by conducting job fairs wherever possible, either online or physically as well. And of course, the apprenticeship programs that are coming over. So we are pushing forward with the earn while you learn concept. We would be keen to partner with institutions and creating a model where the students not only do basic training within the institution but are able to actually learn directly with the employers as well. We are, of course, facilitating international placements as well, sharing some glimpses of the activities that we've been conducting as far as placement drives are concerned. And last slide, linkages with international certification. What we are also now doing is, so we have been part of the pilot projects of skill verification program, Project Tejas, where some of our job roles have already been taken up. There are international standard trainings that are being planned in India with dual certification programs via IAPMO, SSS for Australia, and for UAE through IAPMO as well. And we would be happy to collaborate in front as well. If we have students that are keen to move overseas, we can help in taking up a course where it becomes easier for them to be able to move towards international mobility as well. So last slide. Thank you, everybody. I hope I was able to cover the aspects that were required. My number, email address is on the screen. I'll be more than happy to take up answers or questions at a later stage as well.
Thank you, Mr. Varun Reddy, for your presentation. I want to apologize to all the attendees. Actually, Construction Sector Skill Council was scheduled for today, but just now I received a call from them. They were not. They will not be able to attend today's webinar and give a presentation because they are facing some issue. But we will ensure that Construction Sector Skill Council will schedule their webinar and subsequent webinars. So now I request all the attendees that if you have any query, any doubt pertaining to these Sector Skill Council, you can please raise your question. If you have any query, any question regarding the Karma scheme, you can raise it too. You can raise your hand and we'll unmute you. Any doubt, any question?
I think we have been doing so many webinars, so there is no doubt remaining with the participants now.
Yes, ma'am.
If
Especially
there is
after
no doubt,
yesterday's.
yeah, especially after yesterday's webinar. So if there is no doubt, I think we can thank the participants.
Right, ma'am. Right. So Lieutenant Commander Akhil Sharma, Assistant Director, All India Council of Technical Education, Skill Development Cell, on behalf of AICTE, would like to thank Mr. Arpanesh Mani from Media and Entertainment Sector Skill Council, and a sincere thanks to Mr. Varun Tandon also from Water Management and Plumbing Sector Skill Council for delivering a educative and informative presentation about the sector and the futuristic job roles. I hope that all the institutions and ultimately the students will be benefited out of it. And I want to thank all the attendees here as well as on YouTube for attending this webinar. And if you have any questions, I hope you have noted down the respective contact details of the Sector Skill Council. You can email it to them. And as well, I'll just once again write down the email ID of Karma. So any query with respect to the Karma scheme, you can email it at the mentioned address. We'll ensure that your query will be resolved at the earliest. So with this, ma'am, with your permission,
Yes,
I'd like
please.
to end this webinar. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone.